much?
Not a bit.
Not a bit?
Don't even have a computer.
What's that?
Don't have a computer. Don't have one.
You think that's going to matter for jobs?
Computer? Hope not.
If we don't start taking care of the people right here in our own country, you know, we spend thousands and thousands of dollars fighting wars in other countries. You know, let's take care of our own people here. Let's, whatever we make, you know, let's make it here, buy it here, you know, take care of our own people here. I have to go out here and reinvent myself at 45 years old. You know, I've got a high school diploma, and this is all I know. And I'm not trying to make anybody feel sorry for me or, you know, but let somebody get in here and work 10 and 12 hours a day doing the same thing all day long. Not everybody can do that. Not everybody is made out for that, you know.
There's 16 years of accumulation of me working at General Motors. Tools and just different scales. And of course, your ever-present Marine Assembly coffee mug, which probably is about as sanitary as a hog barn. Today's the 5th, so, what, 18 more days? Which is actually only 10 working days, maybe.
My sister-in-law works over here in the body shop. She'll be over here with my toolbox. And we're gonna just pull my toolbox out. See, like this guy's doing here.
I want that one. I hope I can fit this in here.
Plenty of room.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thanks.
23 freaking years. And for the last 22 years and 9 months, it sucked really bad. Then when we found out we were losing our jobs, we're like, I love this place.
I mean, boy, you ain't kidding.
You know?
All right.
I will see you tomorrow.
Spend it.
Bye.
Bye.
Love you too.
Okay, bye.
I'll see you.
Bye-bye. Okay. I'm sorry.
Every day right now, we still have to get up, come to work. Whatever your job is, do that job to the best of your ability. And that's what you do every day. That's right.
It's
It's gonna be nice having you home
No, it ain't.
for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
2 weeks.
Yeah.
You can get on my nerves.
It's time to go to work.
Then it's time to go to work, right? Just doesn't seem real right now. It really doesn't seem real.
It's real.
Look at all the places that are closing up, the restaurants and stuff that are closing up.
The trains, the people that run these trains, they'll be out of a job.
For a plant that's going broke, they gave everybody a aerial shot of the plant. Wow.
It's a nice big picture. You open it up and it's got the thing on it.
For some of you, generations of families have worked here, from grandfathers to fathers to mothers, sons and daughters. And regardless of what you were building,
We hope that each of you find continued success as you begin your new chapter in your lives.
And I wrote on the outside of it, remember when you used to have a job? Happy holidays, loser.
how did the line run in there today?
Terrible. We ran out of parts.
Run out of hinges. They can't manage nothing. Ain't no wonder we're going out of business.
And it's not up to the union people to order the parts. It's a management screw up.
So what they did, they said, well, we got 350 hinges.
And
We can run 350 trucks. But what they didn't realize is there's 2 hinges per truck, so that's only 175. And these guys get paid $200,000 a year.
Right.
I hope they kept the receipt. Ask me why I hope they kept the receipt.
Why about the receipt? Why?
So they can return it to their college and get their money back.
Right. All this is getting ready to come to an end. All these years, you know, we had a good time and we had a long run, and you know, a lot of people want to complain and talk about it and say bad things, but you can't really say bad things because they took us from 94 to now, and that was a good long run. A lot of people bought new cars. You know, your life changed. You bought new cars, you got a new house, you bought, you know, you got to go on vacation, you got to do some of the things your kids want you to do.
My grandson's not going to have the life I had.
No.
I've got a better life than my dad, but my grandson's not going to have the option to have a better life than his grandpa. And that's the.
Know that. That sucks, don't it?
Yeah, it does.
Everybody's waiting on that last truck. Yeah, I was like, wow. I can't believe this is gonna be the last truck. That's gonna be it. When you look at those numbers and you say, okay, wow, here come the last truck. You got about 100 jobs left. So the closer and closer it got, I keep looking at the numbers, keep looking at the numbers, and I say, wow, it's coming, it's coming. Because I was putting the sticker on, the serial number. The serial number to the truck.
This is the last one?
The last one. And that's it. Job is over. Once you walk out that door, it's like, you turn around. I did, I turned around and just looked. I said, wow. What I'm gonna do now?
Hung my guns up and shot my last truck.
How did that go?
It's different.
What do you think you're most proud of?
Doing a good job. I gave them more than 100% every day. On my worst days, they still got 100%.
What's next for you?
Probably take some time off, let my body heal, because this is a rough business, and I'll probably go back to school.
Do you know what's next for you?
No.
It's sad.
Did you get to see that last truck?
Yep. I got pictures of it, pictures of me with it, signing it under the hood pad. It's sad. All of our friends are gone.
They were like it's like a whole nother family. It's like a family.
I'm not upset about leaving. I'm just a lot of good people.
We built that relationship. I built that for 14 years with the people that I work with, and that's gonna be hard to get back. I mean, it's a factory sense of humor in there that, you know, you could just only know if you just work in there.
For me, it's about sharing things, hard things. My oldest daughter had a drug addiction, and that was a very tough time in my life. And some of the two in particular people on the line that I work with helped me tremendously.
They were there for you?
Yes, very much so. But it's the family, it's the people, it's your friends. We've shared a lot of things. And
Every day, right?
every day, all day.
Right.
I spend more time with them than I do when I'm at home with my kids.
I never cried leaving a job before in my life.
What was the hardest thing?
Saying goodbye to everybody I work with. Just hugging all your friends and saying goodbye.
What would you say to them?
I love you. And I love them all.
I love my brothers and sisters at IUE Local 798. I thank you for every one of you that ever worked a day on that line, for every friendship, for everything I ever had in that place. I love you. I thank you for your service. That's for me.
I really ain't got nothing to say. I found a new family at GM. We spent more time.
That's hard. That's hard.
See, we didn't have to do this over there. GM messed up. We was one of the best plants.
We were like therapy to each other, you know. You know, it's just like going to a bar, you know, and your bartender has to listen to all your problems, you know, your wife, your kids, fighting and fussing, you know. That's how it was, you know. And the sad thing about it is, it really didn't sink in until I gave her my badge. I gotta go.
The hardest part for me was I had to give my pass. Once you give it up, you no longer have a job.
Each person has a job to do on that line, and once they do that job, they go to the next truck, do the same thing to the next truck. So when the last truck came, they didn't have any more jobs to do. But I found a lot of people, once they were done, they just followed the last truck. They followed the last truck, or followed the last door that went on that truck. Whatever line they were on, they followed that last part around. And then when we finally got to where the truck was assembled completely, we just had a group of people. It was an unwritten, unscripted thing that happened. It was a force of its own. I'll remember it for the rest of my life. I'll be